black man by a deranged
What
homicidal
is
officer
happening?
Who was shackled on the ground and crying for
Mediocre people of YouTube. Apes. You goddamn fucking apes. Those of you who hear me say that will know exactly what I'm talking about. That's right. While Jack Smith is serving out his prison sentence, I'm gonna steal one of his fucking catchphrases. Apes. You goddamn fucking apes, you. It's Sunday. Getting on a little rant. You guys that have been watching the channel or know me know that I've been working with dogs again. Thank God. Working with dogs, being around dogs, this very specific dog, and this is, let's get this off the chest right away. That's right. If you never owned a pit bull, please shut the fuck up. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and the misinformation that you spew out of your mouth just sounds retarded, and you don't even know it. And most of you that have some type of misconception in your goddamn ape mind own other breeds of dog, and somehow think that that dog is different from pit bull. Goddamn apes. Dog is dog is dog. Ooh, that's hot. I just poured it. No difference between 60-pound dog or 6-pound dog. Dog is dog. We humanize it. We fuck it all up. I don't train dogs. I train people. I got involved with pit bull. And, pit bull is not a breed. It's just a dog. It's a mutt, really. But I got involved with pit bull because, I see a lot of myself in pit bull. They're really misunderstood. A lot of the people that hate on my channel that misunderstand me. I'm an intimidating looking guy. I've a powerful voice. Pit bull is very intimidating looking, but at heart we're just lovers, But we do everything we do the best, Pit bull, everything you teach it to do, it does it better than any other breed, hands down. So if you teach it to love, it'll love you better than any other breed of dog. And again, we call it a breed, but it's not really a breed. But I'm back working with dogs, trying to inject myself into an organization that is absolutely phenomenal. Get along really well with the people there, right to the top. The owner and founder of the organization, she's very cool. Been doing it for like 37 years and trying to figure out where I can fit in best to help. Because let's face it, I'm looking for something to do. I'm not looking for a fucking job, But working with dogs is something I have to do. Let's just be blunt about it. Since I've been back around dog, I'm not thinking about ways to get off this fucking planet sooner. It's not something I necessarily want to do. It's something I have to do. I have to do it for my own sanity, and I have to do it for these dogs. Like we all say, I fight so they don't have to. People abuse these dogs. They abuse these animals in ways that are unspeakable to me. Can't even fucking talk about it because it breaks my heart so much. But yeah, so happy about that. But it's Sunday, and I wanted to check in with all you apes and talk about a few things. Dogs is one of them. What else? Listening to the Savage Nation. It's still on the podcast. It's probably better than ever, really, because now he doesn't have to fucking hide behind the radio people anymore. He doesn't have to worry about the things some of the things, there's shit that he just can't say because he'll get sued, but he doesn't have to please the radio stations anymore, so that's nice. And I was just listening to an episode where he talked about whatever his name is, the Middle Eastern guy that shot up whatever he shot up not too long ago, a few days back. And they were talking about how when it's a person of color, he's mentally disabled. When it's a white guy, it's systemic racism. And that's where we're going in this country. You know, in my mind, racism is over. It never really was, you know. What happened was, here in the United States, many moons ago, we enslaved people of African descent. But it didn't really have anything to do with their skin color. It was just what was available. Slavery goes on right now, all around the world. Fucking look at China, for Christ's sakes. All the shit you guys keep fucking buying from there is made with fucking slave labor. So yeah, the United States ended slavery many moons ago. And it, like I said, it didn't have anything to do with skin color. It had to do with what was available at the time. And what was available was people from African descent. I think, honestly, and I'm just going to speak blunt here, I think that black people really brought a lot of this shit, this racism against skin color, on themselves. Now, I'm also not going to deny that, you know, let's be honest here. You know, back in the day, black people were not treated right in this country. And from slavery times up until, you know, the 1950s and early 60s, depending on where you live in the United States, black people were not necessarily treated fairly. So, I'm fucking not going to sit here and be a retard and deny this shit. What I'm saying to you is that you people, you goddamn apes, and the children of the neighborhood have been spending too much time together. Democrats. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Have a vested interest in keeping subjects, things like racism alive. I'm sorry to tell all you Joe Biden voters, that's what you voted for. You voted to keep things like racism more than alive, to bring it into our society as much as possible, to judge people based on their skin color as much as possible, so that you dumb fucks vote for them again. What happens if we all snap our fingers right now and say, any racism that we have, we just end it right this minute? Do you think Democrats would be able to get voted in anymore? Come on. So I'm seeing it more and more on the television. It's like, it's the same type of conversation we have about homosexuality, which is another thing that nobody gives a fuck about. Yeah, there's people out there who've killed homosexuals because they're homosexuals. There's people out there who have a problem with black people. But these people are so fucking far and few between, it's ridiculous. There's people out there who want to kill just to kill. Okay? And the people that I just talked about are in the same goddamn group of people. Most of us don't give a flying fuck. If you're a dude and you want to suck a dick, we don't give a fuck. Sorry to tell you. I don't care. Go suck a dick. Suck a fucking 1,000 dicks. If that's what makes you happy. I'm not into it. Good for me. But a relatively wise man once said to me, if to deny people's sexual preference, or to take issue with a person's sexual preference would mean that everything I know about myself would not be true, because, you know, I'm attracted to women and I don't have a choice in that. So I mean, if you're truly, you know, you're a man and you're attracted to men, or you're a woman and you're attracted to a woman, and you truly don't have any choice in that, well then, I mean, if I were to take issue with that, then it would mean everything I know about myself is a lie, right? As far as skin color goes, I don't fucking get it. I don't get why we're making skin color an issue. I just don't fucking get it. Well, I get it. I mean, I understand it. Like I just said, if we don't make skin color an issue, and we don't make racism an issue, or systemic racism, which is their favorite fucking phrase nowadays, well then they have no fucking platform to run on, because they're not interested in this country becoming better. They're not interested in people having jobs. They're not interested in people making a success out of themselves. They are interested in controlling the population so that they keep getting voted in over and over and over. Because if they have control of you and your vote, which I'm not sure your fucking vote really matters anymore. In fact, I'm pretty fucking sure your vote doesn't matter much at all anymore after the last election. And it's scary because that being the case, we're in for some deep shit coming up here in this country, and it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be a good thing, because another YouTube channel, which I got to get into that too, another YouTube channel, he had just made a video about, we just want to be left the fuck alone. And that's what us, I guess if you're going to say us, I mean, I lean conservative, but I certainly do not affiliate myself with the Republican Party. That's what we want. We just want the government to leave us the fuck alone. Stay the fuck away. Just get the fuck out of my life, man. I'll pay my taxes. I'll do what I need to do. Just leave me the fuck alone and let me do my thing, That's freedom. That's what this whole... Do you understand that we have a constitution in this country? Do you guys fucking get that? You goddamn apes! Let's get to a happier note here. Today, I woke up at 10 minutes to 5 p.m. I was up during the night and stayed up till about 9 o'clock in the morning, went to bed, and thought I was going to sleep till about noon or so, but no, it was 5 p.m. by the time I got up. When I did get up, I started kind of looking through YouTube, because I really haven't been keeping up with even the people that I subscribe to, which I got to go through my subscriber list, because there's just so many people in there that I subscribe to because of whatever reason, and a lot of them don't even have any content. But what I've been noticing, I have a video. I think it's called Dolores Rhodes talks about Randy Rhodes' intentions right before he died, and it's got like 170,000 views on it, and which is a lot of views for somebody like me, a little tiny channel. Well, then I started looking, and I'm seeing these smaller channels, and I'm talking even smaller than mine. Yeah, if we could get that right. No, I'm talking about people that with less than 150 subscribers, and they have videos, really fucking cool videos, Eddie Van Halen videos, Randy Rhodes type videos, that they have a lot of views on, and I'm really glad to see that, because like I've said many times in the past, I'm not one to watch bigger channels on YouTube. I like the smaller channels. I want to see something similar to what I'm doing. Not really. I'm not into scripted bullshit. One of the first things I watched this morning, I caught the very tail end of Pete Thorne's Sunday video, which a lot of times I'll watch Pete Thorne's Sunday video because it's not scripted, and he's just kind of saying hello to everybody, and that's one of the things. It's something that I dig about Pete. It's pretty much the only thing I dig about Pete. But and I'm not taking away. He's a great musician. He's a good guitarist and a very good musician. And but anyway, I don't really dig his content because it's all kind of like selling me something. And I don't really want to watch a fucking video where you're selling me something. You know what I mean? So I watched the very tail end, and they were talking about good rock and roll movies at the very tail end of his stream today, which was cool. But yeah, I started noticing in my feed there was these much smaller channels, and they've got a lot of really cool content. There's one Detroit guy. I think he's probably got like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. Which I'm not going to shout out any of these channels by name right now because I haven't watched enough of them where I would do that. Because as you know, I'll drop a channel name in a heartbeat if I like you. But I haven't watched enough of their content where where I would do that yet. But it's really cool to see some smaller channels that I dig because, man, it seemed like for the longest time, that's why I haven't been watching any YouTube videos at all, because it's just all this fucking scripted bullshit, when I got into this YouTube thing, when I started watching YouTube, before I made any type of videos, Scott Grove was one of the people that I watched. Will's Easy Guitar, who is now the Guitar Doctor, is one of the people that I watched. What's the bald-headed guy, luthier guy? You know who I'm talking about. I watched his stuff. I was watching, guitar-related stuff because I was learning how to perform maintenance on my own instruments, which is something I still hold near and dear to this day. Because I never knew it was so easy to service your own instruments, so this is a big deal for me, and I haven't paid anybody to work on my instruments since, and now I've gotten into the whole tube amp thing, which is, I don't know why, at this age I was supposed to go down this rat hole. I was laughing not long ago because I've got tools here that I've made, and there's some of them hanging right there, and I thought, God, if I die, nobody's going to know what the fuck these tools are for, because they're just, some of them's, one of them's, there's a bias probe hanging there, and there's a signal trace hanging there that I built, and nobody will know what the fuck these tools are for, but yeah, it's something. So yeah, I guess maybe, what the hell was that? Oh, dustpan. I guess maybe I kind of got into this YouTube thing to learn, to learn about things, and that was something another YouTube guy did the other day about how, who was it? It was Brad, the Gitologist. He was talking about how, and Brad's a little younger than me, I think, not by much, but he was talking about how, when we started playing guitar, when we were 14 years old, if you wanted to learn a particular song, you either had to pay somebody to teach it to you, or maybe your friend knew it and they would teach it to you, or you had to learn by ear. You couldn't just, we didn't have phones in the palm of our hand where anything you could possibly dream up, it's in the palm of your hand. We didn't have that. So if you wanted to work on guitar instruments, you had to have a person teach you how to work on that. You had to have a person teach you how to work on tube amplifiers, which now, when you're dealing with electricity and all that, it's probably still a good idea to have somebody that can teach you. I've got a guy that I can go look over his shoulder live, and he serviced his guitar tube amplifier, so that's been nice for me. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of reading. I printed out the whole Robinette thing, and I've read a lot of that, and it's something I can refer to. But then, again, people like Brad, the Gitologist, he's not, he's very upfront about, I'm not instructing you guys on how to do anything, but, of course, I've learned a ton of things from him. Him and Uncle Doug, I think, are, there's others, there's D-Labs, believe me, there's others. I hate to go down this road because I feel like I got to mention every single one of them, but certainly Brad's been one of those guys that's laid back enough to get in contact with Uncle Doug as well, and the others I never really tried to get in contact with, but what I will say about Brad is, you look at people like Scott Grove, Will Galvin, Brad the Gitologist. These are all people like you and I. He's one of us. We're easy to contact. We're laid back. We're not too caught up in things where we think, oh, fuck this guy, or whatever. We give a fuck. We give a fuck about our neighbors. We try to help our neighbors when we can. Apes. You goddamn apes, you. So yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, the smaller YouTube channels. And I never knew until today, this is how much I follow Eddie Van Halen. I was a Randy Rhoads guy. Now don't get me wrong, and I've said this before, Eddie Van Halen changed the game when it comes to guitar. However, you know, I just never followed him. I was a Randy Rhoads guy. So I never knew until today that Eddie Van Halen once said on a phone call, oh yeah, Randy Rhoads told me that he learned everything he learned it from me. Another fucking reason. You go back to my video I made last summer about how Eddie Van Halen, kind of a dick, kind of a bit of an asshole. And I know a lot of people didn't like that video, and that's fine. I like the haters. You know, I'm up for, especially a well-educated hater that can give as good as they get. You know what I mean? I enjoy that kind of thing on my channel. I don't know if I showed you guys the next upcoming project, but we're going to do it right now. This is an old radio I got from Mark, who runs... Oh, we're in black and white, and I can't change it. Anyway, this is an old radio I got from Mark, who runs a good radio shop here in Plymouth, Michigan. And I'm sorry I can't remember the name. I'll put it in the description. He convinced me into this. I'm going to do like a Fender Champ or a 5E3 kit, amplifier kit, and put a 12-inch speaker in there. And I think it'll be really cool to have around as a guitar amp because it's been gutted. It was a radio, but it was gutted, made into something else, gutted again, and made into something else. So now it's mine, and I'm going to do like some type of Fender Champ circuit and a 12-inch speaker, and it should be really fucking cool. Other than that, we're hitting the goddamn 20-minute mark in this video. I'm going to play some poker. You guys can catch me over on America's Card Room if you'd like to lose some money. Shout out to Blue Light Bandit. Shout out to Elmo B. Until next time, peace out.